What if I told you that you could bring your favorite movie monsters to life right on your front lawn, and you could do it for less than the price of a movie ticket? Halloween Shadow Secrets DIY garden decor ideas for your fall yard.
Hey, creative ghouls and goblins, and welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we are ditching the 2D and jumping headfirst into the glorious world of 3D. We're going to build an army of life-sized movie monsters that will turn your home into the star of the neighborhood. This is the ultimate backyard makeover on a budget, Halloween edition. Now, you're going to want to stick around for this whole monster mash, trust me. After we go through all 40 of these incredible ideas, I'm going to give you the complete blueprint, every material, every tool, and a full step-by-step guide to bring these beautiful beasts to life. The real secrets are at the end. So grab a pumpkin spice whatever, get comfy, and prepare for a massive dose of inspiration. We are about to dive into a monster-sized catalog of ideas that will make your yard a Halloween legend. Let's get building. One, Titans of Terror. Michael Myers. Alright, let's start with a classic, the king of the silent stalk, Michael Myers. Imagine building a full-size sculpture of the shape himself. You'll construct a simple PVC pipe frame and bulk him out with some newspaper, yesterday's news for today's nightmare. Dress him in some cheap coveralls, and the real kicker is that blank, terrifying mask. The trick is the placement. You'll half hide him behind a tree, so he's just there. It's a genius piece of minimalist garden aesthetic that will absolutely terrify your neighbors in the best way possible. Freddy Krueger. Next up, the man of your dreams, Freddy Krueger. This one is all about the details. You'll build his lanky frame and, of course, dress him in that iconic questionable fashion choice of a red and green sweater. The real fun begins with the face. You can go wild with modeling clay or liquid latex on a mannequin head to get that crispy, slept too close to the furnace look. And that glove? Oh, we'll craft that masterpiece with some cheap plastic knives. It's a project that screams, I'm ready for my close-up. Two, Gothic Romance and Tragedy. Jack Skellington. From pure terror to gothic charm, let's build the Pumpkin King, Jack Skellington. His delightfully spindly frame is perfect for a PVC pipe build. We'll make him super tall and lanky, dress him in a pinstripe suit you can literally draw on with a paint pen, and pop on a big styrofoam head with that lovable, stitched-up smile. He brings a touch of elegant, Burton-esque magic to your yard. This is one of those high-end garden DIYs for less that looks absolutely spectacular, especially under a full moon. Edward Scissorhands. And now for our favorite misunderstood artist, Edward Scissorhands. This sculpture is a thing of tragic beauty. We'll build a life-sized Edward with that classic shy posture. You'll have a blast hunting for old belts and buckles at the thrift store for his iconic suit. The hands are the centerpiece. We'll create them by attaching a whole bunch of silver-painted plastic scissors and knives to some gloves. It's a project that's less about scares and more about creating a piece of hauntingly beautiful art for your yard. Three. The ghosts with the most. Beetlejuice. It's showtime. Let's build the ghost with the most Beetlejuice. This is your chance to get weird and wild. We'll build his PVC frame with a slightly crazy hunched-over posture because, let's be honest, he's not known for his great posture. The striped suit can be a hilarious project using duct tape. For his gloriously gross hair, you can use moss or teased yarn and give it a blast of greenish-white spray paint. This guy will be the life, or should I say, afterlife of the party, a perfect centerpiece for your outdoor living space transformation. Slimer. Who you gonna call to build this guy? You. Creating a life-sized Slimer is such a fun and unique project. You'll shape a big round body from chicken wire, cover it in layers of green papier-mâché, and make sure he has that giant happy-go-lucky mouth. To get that awesome floating effect, you'll mount him on a pole painted black so it disappears in the dark. He's a hilarious, nostalgic build that will have all the Ghostbusters fans on the block smiling. Four. Sci-fi and alien horror. The xenomorph. Okay, time to level up. This is not a drill. Building a life-sized xenomorph is an ambitious and jaw-droppingly cool project. You'll create its terrifyingly sleek biomechanical body using a bent PVC frame and black pool noodles. The head is the star of the show, a true sculpting challenge. When you're done, you'll have a genuine piece of sci-fi horror art in your yard. This is a serious luxury DIY project that will have everyone thinking you hired a movie studio. The Predator. Moving on to another one of sci-fi's greatest hunters, the Predator. This build is all about creating that powerful warrior physique. You'll pad out a big PVC frame and use cool materials like cargo netting for his armor. The helmet and shoulder cannon can be crafted from things like plastic buckets and cardboard. The final touch? Those iconic dreadlocks. This sculpture is a formidable, intimidating presence that will make your garden feel like a jungle hunting ground. Five. Classic movie monsters. Dracula. Let's get classic with the original Count himself, Dracula. This is all about elegance and atmosphere. You'll build a simple, stately frame and dress him in a sharp black suit. But the money shot is that incredible, high-collared cape. We'll use wire to make the collar stand up perfectly, giving him that iconic, menacing silhouette. Pose him by your front door, and your home instantly becomes a Transylvanian castle. It's timeless, it's classy, and it's gloriously creepy. Frankenstein's monster. He's alive. Well, he will be once you build him. Creating Frankenstein's monster is a lesson in creating imposing size on a budget. We'll use a wide-shouldered frame and even some plastic boxes to bulk up his torso before padding him out. Throw on an oversized suit jacket, a pale green paint job, and of course, those famous neck bolts, and you've brought a legend to life. He's more tragic than terrifying, and he makes for a really powerful, classic statement piece. Six. Puppets of Peril. Chucky. Wanna play? Let's build everyone's favorite killer doll, Chucky. We'll scale down our PVC frame to about 3 feet tall and give him that stocky doll shape. Dress him in some kid-sized overalls, and then it's all about that terrifyingly scarred face and wild red hair. This is a perfect project for a smaller space, like a porch or entryway. He's small, but he packs a huge punch of horror, proving that the deadliest things come in small packages. 8. Jigsaw's puppet, Billy. Let's play a game. The game is, build the creepiest puppet ever. I'm talking about Billy from Saw. You'll construct a child-sized frame, pop him in a tiny black suit, and seat him on that iconic red tricycle. The blank mask with those red spiral cheeks is what really sells the terror here. There's something so unsettling about this sculpture, it doesn't need to jump out at you to be absolutely bone-chilling. This is psychological horror at its finest. 7. Demonic presences. Valak, the nun. If you want a scare that is deeply, deeply unsettling, look no further than Valak the nun. This build is deceptively simple but brutally effective. It's a tall, slender frame draped in a black habit. The horror is all in the face. You'll paint a mannequin head a stark, ghostly white with sunken black eyes. The key is to place her in a dark corner or a hallway, standing perfectly still. She will be responsible for so many jump scares, and it will be glorious. Pinhead. Oh, we have such sights to show you. Building Pinhead is a masterclass in detail work. You'll dress a life-sized frame in black, leather-like fabric. The head is the main event. You'll paint a mannequin head white, draw a precise grid, and then patiently add dozens of silver-painted nails or toothpicks. The result is a stunningly intricate and terrifying sculpture. This is a high-end outdoor decor piece that will earn you some serious cred with horror fans. Eight. Horror icons revisited. Ghostface. What's your favorite scary movie? It's about to be the one you create in your yard. Ghostface is one of the easiest and most effective life-sized figures to build. It's a simple frame, some tattered black fabric, and that iconic mask. The secret to making him look amazing is the pose. Don't just have him standing there, pose him mid-action, holding a knife and a phone. It tells a story and makes the whole scene feel dynamic and alive. Leatherface. Get your chainsaws ready. Your toy chainsaws, that is. Building Leatherface is all about creating a sense of raw backwoods terror. You'll build a big, bulky frame and dress him in stained, grimy clothes and that horrifyingly famous apron. The mask can be a fun project using stitched-together pieces of craft foam. Give him a lightweight plastic chainsaw, and you've created a true icon of brute force horror. Nine. Apocalyptic Beasts. Godzilla. Go big or go home. Why not have the king of the monsters erupting from your front lawn? For this, you'll build a massive torso and head from chicken wire and cover it in scaly textured monster mud. The key is to get that iconic head shape and roar just right. Add some blue painted cardboard for his glowing dorsal fins, and you have a sculpture of truly epic proportions. This is a garden landscaping project that literally can't be missed. Cthulhu. For a touch of cosmic, mind-bending horror, let's summon Cthulhu. We'll build a massive bust of the Ancient One, focusing on that iconic head with its writhing octopus tentacles. You can get really creative with the monster mud, sculpting a texture that looks ancient and otherworldly. This isn't just a Halloween decoration, it's a piece of art that suggests there are much, much bigger things to be afraid of than ghosts and goblins. Fantastical Creatures. The Pale Man. Ready for a sculpture straight out of a dark fairy tale? Let's build the Pale Man from Pan's Labyrinth. This is a deeply creepy and artistic build. You'll create his gaunt, seated figure and give him that pale, fleshy skin. But the whole thing is about those hands. You'll mount mannequin hands and sculpt his terrifying eyes right into the palms. It's a haunting, surreal, and unforgettable sculpture that will stick with people long after Halloween. Gremlins. Let's cause a little mayhem. Instead of one big monster, why not build a whole horde of mischievous gremlins? You can make their small goblin-like bodies from wire hangers and newspaper and have a blast sculpting their big ears and wicked grins. The best part is posing them all over your yard, creating little scenes of chaos. It's a fun, humorous, and slightly destructive theme that's perfect for fans of 80s creature features. (11) Cult Classics. Ash Williams. Groovy. Time to build the king of fighting evil, Ash Williams. This sculpture is all about the heroic, over-the-top pose. You'll dress him in his classic tattered blue shirt. And you absolutely have to nail the two key props, his boomstick and of course that incredible chainsaw hand, which you can build from cardboard and plastic. He's a fun, dynamic hero figure that adds a bit of campy, demon-slaying action to your Halloween setup. Dr. Frank-n-Furter. Don't dream it, be it. Or in this case, build it. Creating a life-size Dr. Frank-n-Furter is your ticket to a fabulous Halloween. This sculpture is all about the theatrical, dramatic pose, hand on the hip, of course. You'll have a blast finding a corset and some fishnets to complete the look. It's a tribute to a cult classic that celebrates being yourself, no matter how wild, and it will definitely be a conversation starter. From the depths. Jaws. You're gonna need a bigger yard. Let's recreate the terror of Jaws by having a massive shark head bursting from your lawn. You'll use chicken wire to shape that iconic open mouth and then add rows and rows of sharp foam teeth. Plant a dorsal fin nearby, and your lawn is instantly transformed into the treacherous waters of Amity Island. It's a primal, effective scare that plays on everyone's fear of what lurks beneath. The creature from the Black Lagoon. Let's head to the Amazon with the creature from the Black Lagoon. This is a fantastic project for anyone who loves sculpting. You'll cover a life-sized frame in monster mud and then use a mesh bag to press a perfect scaly texture into the surface before it dries. Add some webbed hands and feet, and you have a beautiful, classic monster. He's part man, part fish, and all awesome. Legends of Terror. Carrie White. Time for a prom night you'll never forget. The Carrie sculpture is all about one iconic, terrifying moment. You'll build a simple female frame, put her in a cheap prom dress, and then have the most fun you'll ever have with red paint. You'll douse the entire figure, letting it drip to create that horrific, blood-soaked look. Pose her with one arm outstretched, and you've captured the peak of her fiery revenge. Pennywise the dancing clown. We all float down here, and you'll be floating with pride when you finish your life-sized Pennywise sculpture. The key to this build is getting that creepy old-fashioned clown suit just right, with its ruffled collar. The head needs that sinister grin and, of course, that iconic red hair. But the single most important prop? A single, floating red balloon tied to his hand. It's simple, it's terrifying, and it's perfect. The monster next door. Lurch. You rang? Let's build the tallest, most lovable butler in horror history, Lurch. The trick here is scale. You'll use longer PVC pipes to make him tower over your guests. Dress him in a simple black suit and sculpt that famously long face. He's the perfect greeter for your front door, bringing a touch of the charmingly macabre and gothic elegance of the Addams family to your home. Addams. Cara Mia. To complement Lurch, you have to build the dashing, passionate patriarch, Gomez Addams. This sculpture should be full of energy. Pose him mid-lunge with a fencing foil, alight with passion. Dress him in a sharp pinstriped suit and paint on that classic thin mustache. He's a celebration of the joyfully weird and a reminder that spooky can also be incredibly charming and full of life. Ancient curses. The Mummy. Let's awaken an ancient evil with the mummy. This is a wonderfully forgiving and fun sculpture to make. You'll build a simple, shuffling frame. Then, instead of clothes, you get to wrap the entire thing from head to toe in strips of tea-stained cheesecloth or old bed sheets. The texture looks amazing, and it's a great way to use recycled materials garden crafts. Leave a dark, hollow space for the face, and you've got an instant, eerie classic. The poltergeist. They're here. For the poltergeist, we're building a scene instead of a single character. This is creative and so effective. You'll build a TV from a cardboard box and then craft ghostly hands pressing out from the screen using foam-filled latex gloves. Stack a chair on a table nearby, and you've perfectly captured the chaos of a domestic haunting. It's a high-concept idea that shows you don't always need a monster to create a scare. Ghostly guardians. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Let's think of the most harmless thing. Something from our childhood. Something that could never, ever possibly destroy us. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. This is a massive, hilarious build. You'll use chicken wire to create his huge, round body and cover it in puffy white fabric. The key is to get that happy, slightly vacant, city-destroying look on his face just right. He's a beloved icon of destruction. Beetlejuice's sandworm. If you want a huge, impactful piece, look no further than a sandworm from Saturn. You'll build its long, curved body from chicken wire and paint on those iconic black and white stripes. The head, with its creepy mouth inside a mouth, is the terrifying focal point. This is a go big or go home sculpture that will instantly turn your yard into the strange and unusual afterlife of Beetlejuice. (17) Magical Mayhem. Maleficent. Time for some majestic, magical evil with Maleficent. This sculpture is all about elegance and power. You'll build a tall, slender frame and dress her in flowing black robes. The absolute must-have detail is that incredible horned headdress, which you can build on a simple wire frame. Give her a staff with a glowing orb, and you have the mistress of all evil in her full, glorious, and intimidating splendor. The Sanderson Sisters. Come we fly. Why build one when you can build all three Sanderson sisters? This is such a fun project. You'll create 3 distinct figures and have a blast finding their quirky costumes at a thrift store. The wigs are key to capturing their personalities. Pose them huddled around a cauldron with a green light inside, and you've created a perfect nostalgic scene that will put a spell on everyone in the neighborhood. (18) The Undead Legions. White Walker. Winter is coming to your front yard. Let's build a truly chilling White Walker. The frame should be tall and gaunt. The magic is in the skin, a pale, icy blue with an ancient, wrinkled texture. For a pro-level touch, use bright blue LEDs for those piercing eyes. Dress him in some tattered homemade armor, and you've created a figure that radiates a sense of cold, relentless dread. The Crypt Keeper. Hello, boils and ghouls. Time for some pun-filled horror with the Crypt Keeper. This is a smaller, hunched-over figure where the head is everything. You'll start with a skull and add those bulging eyes, stringy hair, and that famous cackling jaw. Dress him in a simple black robe and pose him like he's about to tell a terrifyingly funny story. He's the perfect ghoulish host for your Halloween display. 19. Terrifying toys. Annabelle. Sometimes, the scariest things are the ones that just sit there. Let's build the Annabelle doll. You'll construct a child-sized frame and find a vintage-style white dress. The horror comes from that porcelain-like doll head with its wide, unblinking eyes. The key is to seat her in a small rocking chair and just leave her. Her stillness is what makes her so incredibly unnerving. Zolta. Your wish is granted. Let's build the mysterious Zolta machine. This is more of a prop building project. You'll construct the ornate booth from a large cardboard box. Inside, you only need to build the torso and head of the Zolta figure, complete with a turban. It's an interactive-looking piece that adds a touch of carnival mystery and enchantment to your yard. (20) Puppet Masters of Horror. Sam. Always check your candy. And always respect the rules of Halloween, which is why we're building Sam from Trick or Treat. He's a small, child-sized figure in those iconic orange footy pajamas. The centerpiece is his stitched burlap sack head with its button eyes. He's the pint-sized spirit of Halloween, both cute and menacing, and he's the perfect guardian for your spooky display. Leatherface. We're rounding out our list with a repeat, because he's just that iconic. Building Leatherface is all about creating a sense of raw backwoods terror. You'll build a big, bulky frame and dress him in stained, grimy clothes and that horrifyingly famous apron. The mask can be a fun project using stitched-together pieces of craft foam. Give him a lightweight plastic chainsaw, and you've created a true icon of brute force horror. And scene. That is a wrap on 40 of the most epic, life-sized movie monster sculptures you could ever want to build. From terrifying titans to charming ghouls, these projects are proof that you don't need a Hollywood budget to create some real movie magic. This is how you do luxury DIY projects that will be the talk of the town for years. Now that your brain is buzzing with ideas, let's switch gears from the what to the how. It's time to pull back the curtain and get into the workshop. I'm about to show you every single thing you need, and every step you'll take to create your masterpiece. Materials and products. Alright, let's talk shop. Your main building blocks are going to be super cheap: PVC pipes and connectors for the skeleton, and rolls of newspaper and masking tape to give it some muscle. The secret weapon for a durable all-weather skin is a magical concoction we call Monster Mud. It's just a simple mix of drywall compound and exterior latex paint. Throw in some styrofoam heads, a few pool noodles for weirdly shaped limbs, and some thrift store clothing, wigs, and props, and you're ready to build an A-list monster on a D-list budget. Equipment and tools. You don't need a fancy workshop for this, just a few key players. A PVC pipe cutter or a simple hacksaw is a must. You'll want some wire snips for chicken wire and a heat gun if you want to get fancy and bend your pipes for some dynamic poses. A trusty hot glue gun, a drill, and some old paintbrushes will be your best friends. And please, for the sake of your floor, grab a drop cloth and a mixing bucket for that glorious monster mud. Preparation steps. Ready for the 5-step plan to monster-making greatness? It's easier than you think. First, you'll build the skeleton or armature using your PVC pipes. Think of it as a slightly terrifying stick figure. Next, you'll add the bulk, packing on newspaper and tape to give your creation its shape. Then comes the magic part, applying the skin. You'll cover your figure in fabric strips soaked in that monster mud, which dries into a hard, durable shell. After that, it's time for paint and details, where you truly bring your character to life. And finally, the best part, costuming. You'll dress your monster and add those iconic props, turning your creation into a true movie star. If you loved this insane dive into building your own monster army, do me a favor and smash that like button until it screams. I absolutely want to see what you create, so share your masterpieces on social media and be sure to tag us. And let me know in the comments below, which monster are you going to build first? If you haven't already, please subscribe and ring that little notification bell so you don't miss out on any more of our crazy creative adventures. Your support helps this channel grow and lets us keep making bigger and better projects. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Now go on, and happy building.